Welcome to Unity Park, a collaboration of 6 park builders who are taking turns to build a park together. This is the 3rd episode, so if you haven't watched the first 2 ones, you should definitely go check them out, because first was Legion, who built this gorgeous entry section that has so much detail in it that I thought it was much bigger from the video he made. And next up was CesarCreates, who did this awesome lake with this lonely aviary sitting on top of it. And today's my turn. Hi, I am Crazy Cat Miri. You can call me Miri if you want to. And I don't want to waste time, so let's get straight to my reaction. Okay, guys, are you ready? I don't know if I am. Let's go. I'm so excited and afraid. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is beautiful! I cannot believe this! Oh my god, there's more! Where are we? What is happening? Where's the entrance? I'm lost. Oh, this is the entrance. This looks so different when you load into it than from a video. My god, you guys. Oh my. I love it. Things are happening here. What is going on? What are you doing? Oh, this is so nice. Oh, Packies. So cute. Oh my god, I love the lake. I love the lake. What is going on with this? Oh, tapijaras. Oh, they have such a nice little intimate habitat. It's so cute. It's so beautiful, guys. How in the world? Okay, something is going here. I hope Python or Cesar are going to do something awesome with the staff section. Look at this pond, lake. It's huge. Okay, so I'm not going to do a lake. That was sort of what I was thinking about. But so you know what I'm going to do? We need more elevation. We need a big mountain. What is this? Who's living here? Oh, there's so much stuff to discover. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it. I love all of it. These cute little islands with the rocks and the trees. This is amazing. And now I'm wondering, okay, so I'm not clear on the rules. I feel like we need benches here. Can I add them?
Can't touch this.
Am I allowed to add benches? Or is this...
You can't touch this.
Okay, what?
Can't touch this.
Stop it.
Get some help.
Oh, you know what? Right there, where this mountain in the distance is where I want to have... Where is this leading me if I continue like this? Here. So I think right here, I'll do a massive mountain and I'll put the innovation center on it. This is going to take forever. I mean, there's elevation here already. I might as well merge it with mine. God, guys, I'm screwing all of this up. But maybe we can have like a fork in the road here and have you go into different directions if you want to. You don't have to. I mean, I'm not going to impose anything on you. I didn't want to screw up with this beautiful thing here. I feel like there needs to be more back here. This is going to be huge. I didn't want to do something huge, but is this too big? I'm sorry. I'm just I'm just doing land masses here. But in the end, who knows? I'm sorry, guys. If I'm screwing this all up, I feel incompetent. I was actually not planning on doing this as a live build. I think I need to switch to... I want to do this as a speed build, but so... This is my first reaction, and I thought this was important for us. Can we see anything over there? We can't. Maybe I'm too... Where are attractions? Maybe I'm too low still. Let me just put this here and see if I can spot it from here. I should be able to see it. I'm not. Where is it? Where? Why? Why is it not visible? Where is it? Oh, it's too far to the side. It's being covered by all of that stuff. Okay, I get it. I get it. So I will have to bring this all the way over here. How fascinating. People will have to do a lot of walking here. Okay, and I'm just making a 3rd plateau so I can check if it's visible maybe now. No, it's not. Why? Why? Where is it? But I can see oh, it's hidden behind the trees. It needs to go even higher because this tree is in the way of seeing it. But maybe this is a cool effect. Oh, now I saw it. Okay. Now it depending on how you exit here, you might be able to see it in the distance. And I love that. I think I need to go just a little bit higher still. And I actually think that the way it was oriented was pretty amazing to see it from the start of the park. Because that's the sort of thing I like, to create these views, these vistas that make you curious and make you want to explore. And so you have stuff to go to. This is huge and I love it. I'm so sorry. They're going to hate me. Look at the amount of space I'm taking away. I'm afraid. I'm afraid about what they're going to say. Oh, this Miri guy, this Miri person, that was a total mistake asking her. There you go. That's nice. It's too far back. I feel like you need a, okay. That's, okay, good to know. It needs to be front and center, like this. There. Yeah! There it is! That's what I want! I'm so excited! Okay, guys, this is happening. I'm going to make this work. I promise. I hope so. I don't know. I'm saying I'm going to lay down like a structure, and I think I want the guys to add to it. I think I just had an idea. I think I might have had a weird idea. Can I adjust?
Yo, I told you, you can't touch this.
I'm going to. I don't know if this is allowed.
You can't touch this.
Oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
You can't touch this.
There we go. Now I can work with this. I'm sorry if this was against the rules. It just had to happen. Anyhow, I had an idea. I want to do this. I think I want to use something that I usually never use, which is the monorail, and have it like loop around the mountain until it reaches the top. I don't know. In my head, this sounds like a super cool, nice idea, but I might be wrong. Replace it by this one. Is that allowed? My God, I'm such a bad partner. Apparently, I didn't think I would be. I thought I would be. I don't know what I would be. Don't worry. I'm going to put it back, but I just first need to place this there. Now I can even have the fence and the path and everything be straight. Nice. See, Cesar, I didn't ruin it. I didn't. I just touched it. I hope that's okay.
I told you, homeboy, you can't touch this.
Okay, guys, enough of the funny business. So let me clarify, while you're watching me spiraling and adding those layers to the mountains so we can have like a nice smooth elevation up to the top, we have this rule, this no touching rule. And we didn't really go into it what it means. It's just don't touch the thing that someone else built. And I didn't mean this as a diss to Cesar. God, no. That I wanted to add benches there. It's just that me as a guest, if I were to visit this park, I tend to get overwhelmed by things. And this was the spot where I thought, you had the great entrance with the monorail, with the dinosaurs, with Vertigosaurus, Torosaurus, I think Albertosaurus, someone else, and the Packies. I have been to the visitor center already, and then, it opens up to this great lake. This would be the spot for me where I would want to sit down, breathe, take it in, realize I'm here, this is real, and just take a moment with this great view to slowly acclimatize to this unreal situation. So in no way did I mean that what Cesar did by not adding benches there is like, how could he? No, it's just I was just thinking about myself, saying, this is so nice. And this is such a great time to relax after all the greatness that I felt I wanted to add benches there. But it's totally fine that there aren't benches. He put benches everywhere, but not there. That's okay. My God. Stop talking? No, I won't. I just wanted to get this out of the way because let's face it, that was my inner child or whatever being completely overwhelmed and wowed by what it just saw, who wanted to sit down there and just chill and not move anymore. Freeze. No fight, no flight. Just freeze and see if the situation will solve itself. Anyhow, before I start talking about the build, I just want to real quick, because if you're here and you're new to my channel, then you were sent by Legion or Cesar. So you know this already, but I just want to take the time and say like a few words about the guys I'm building with because they are awesome and they deserve it. But I'm going to keep it short because we had this introduction like twice already. So as you know, Legion started us off with this great entrance that I've said things about before. He's my fellow German boy, so lots of love. Go subscribe to his channel. So talented, so young. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. Let's just say he's much younger than I am. I expect nothing but great things from him. Cesar, I mean, what can I say, right? Apart maybe from funny enough, I caught on to his channel because he was doing the collaboration with Tommy, who is, by the way, next. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, go do that because he does this thing. He does these builds. Sometimes, you know, recreating Atlantis. Not really recreating, but you know what I mean. He has these themes, ancient Egypt, Greece, and he just builds these grandiose parks. And sometimes it's just like, let's do a mountain park with cascading stuff. What's funny to me is, I mean, this goes for everyone. We seem to have similar, like, aesthetic ideas about things, but the execution of those ideas is always so different. That's why I like these projects. That's why I ask you guys all the time, not because I'm out of ideas. Sorry. Throw me like a keyword and I'll do something with it. Because what I find fascinating is that you can give 1 or 2 prompts, single words, to 20 different persons who have like this somewhat same aesthetic understanding of things, and you will get 20 completely different results that you would never have come up with yourself. I just love this. We have this like the same rule book or something, and that is it goes for all of them. Python, he does these super realistic, like with parking lots and that stuff. That is something that I always wanted to do. I love building realistic staff sections and that stuff, and that is where, you know, I'm meeting with Cesar too, because Cesar has this very zoo-like approach, and MontgomeryRex, he has this great sense of humor and chaotic mind that I feel really connected to. And he just keeps pumping out these parks like I don't even know where he takes it from. Incredible guy. Love him. And so I guess what this comes down to is that all these different styles coming together and trying to make something whole that hopefully looks like it could be one unity. I love that. I'm so happy to be part of this. Yeah, but I said I was going to keep this short. So what you see me do here is like the thing I do best, I'd say, or I do most, is nature. I love building natural exhibits, making them look like real nature. I have trouble building exhibits that look like, artificial, zoo-like, although I dig that if it's done right. So after I had this mountain thing established, I was at a loss. I knew immediately that I was not going to be able to finish this. So in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to give instructions to the guys to don't be afraid to touch it. just do whatever you want with the stuff that looks unfinished. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to make it fit with what Cesar and Legion have done so far. So I started to add an exhibit for, I don't know, my favorite maybe in this game. Albertosaurus. It's just because it reminds me of my cat, to be honest. Like this grin and somehow it has occupied a spot in my heart where it's always going to stay. And so what I did different than Cesar, when you look at his section, you can really tell he tried to continue what Legion established, you know, the lining with the white and orange rocks. And I didn't want my part to stick out, like not be fitting into this. But at the same time, you know, it's this mountain thing. I felt like I needed to use the biome specific rocks here a lot to make it look realistic, because also that's the sort of thing I do. But still, I wanted to incorporate elements that those guys used. So I know Legion likes to use these tropical plants a lot and fill his little planted areas with them. So that's what I did. Every now and then I combined the walls with the Jurassic World lights, which is not what I usually do. I usually use the Jurassic Park light because I think it clips better into the wall and makes it look less crumbly. And I will do that later, you know, throw in a couple of elements that are a bit different. But I didn't feel like this was the place to add a ton of the white and the orange rocks. It's nothing against this aesthetic. I like it a lot. But this is a different section. It's this mountain. It should look like a real mountain, you know? And so what I spent the most of my time with actually was creating these guest seating sections and adding a ton of rocks and trees. That is, I had to edit so much of that out to keep this episode somewhat short. It's already 10 minutes longer than Cesar's, and I'm sorry for that. I don't know how to I didn't know how to make it even shorter. So yeah, as you can see, a ton of trees, making sure that I created all of these little spots where you could sit down and take in what's in front of you. Really enjoy the view from different angles, different heights, because it's incredible. And so why not give the people the opportunity to look down on it? Because this view is just great. It's not just great from the bottom perspective, it's also the aerial perspective that is great. And I really like that I gave us, the guests, the opportunity to look onto it. So yeah, what I did was combining different elements and adding these seating sections. That is something I always like doing. Really, I feel like I spent my entire time building something to help appreciate what the other guys did. Which is nice. Plus, I imagine, you know, this is only the start. Only 2 people have added to the park until yet, apart from me. And I can't wait to see what the others are going to add. I gave them instructions to not be afraid to touch the mountain. I hope they're going to do something with it. I know that Tommy likes to do these cascades. And I think I gave him like a nice stage to, if he wanted to, because as I said, cascades are kind of his thing. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to whatever the other guys are going to add. By the way, they didn't kick me out. So all is good, apparently. I didn't cross any borders with this mountain, or they're just too polite to kick me out. But that was really my main concern. At one point, I was like, okay, so if you're new to my channel, I'll just get used to this. If you're deciding on staying, sometimes I have no filter, so I talk about things that not everyone else is talking about. So when it was my turn to build this, I was in a weird mental space. That sometimes happened to me. Apparently it happens once a month or so. And I felt so insecure. I didn't know. I had trouble finding out if I liked what I'm doing. I had the same problem with my regular park series I'm doing right now. It's the Hogwarts Park. This episode I had to postpone until this weekend because it was just bad. So at one point, my main concern was, can I drop this thing? Like, it felt like I was dropping this giant pile of poop. And I needed a reality check. So I talked to my good friend Robert and showed him what I had done so far. And maybe he's too polite too. I don't know. But he said, this is massive. I get why you feel that way. But this has potential to be really great. And if you do what you always do, which is your nature thing, I don't think this is a giant pile of poop. So trust the process. Just do your thing. And that calmed me down. So thank you, Rob. Thank you a lot. I really needed that. I was so insecure. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, but sometimes it's just how it is. You have ups and downs. Apparently it was a period of the month where I was lacking that grasp on reality and what I like and what I don't like and what I want to do. And by the way, what I'm doing right now is building another guest section, including a cute little exhibit for Sinosauropteryx. And in hindsight, this is probably going to tickle one or two of the more realistic builders that we have in the team, because I think these guys would be able to escape their exhibit, jump the wall. Maybe that wasn't such a good choice, but that is what it is now. I'd say, if this bugs you, just go in and put them somewhere else, exchange them for another animal. Then again, we have this no touching rule, and maybe this is something that I need to clarify on again. I have a hard time about this, and I think this played a big role in me being so intimidated, insecure, not because I think I'm so much better than the guys, and I feel the need to go in and make whatever they're doing better. No, that's absolutely not the case, but I'm a graphic designer, and I'm used to working on creative stuff in a team. And the usual workflow that I'm used to is that, for example, if I start working on a logo, I do my first drafts, a colleague comes in, gives their 2 cents about it, maybe a small detail I added, sparks an idea, they, take it to the next level, change it. Then I come back in, then someone else comes back in, and with combined efforts, you create the optimal thing. And I am so used to this way of working creatively that it's really hard for me to wrap my head around this no touching thing. Where does it start? Where does it end? And I never want to do anything wrong. I don't want to piss anyone off. So this really got me locked in a place where I felt like I could be doing something really bad any second when I didn't mean to. Anyhow, okay, so let's stop talking about my insecurities. So sorry, guys. This was really a weird week for me. I don't know what else to say. And, I feel like addressing that sort of stuff, it's only human to not always feel at your greatest. And so I always feel like sharing that sort of stuff. Maybe it helps someone who's in a weird space themselves, or you can't go wrong by telling people how you feel. Although it often feels like the complete opposite, but that's just your insecurities telling you that your feelings don't matter. And this is not supposed to be therapy talk, so let's go back to the build. Because we have now reached the final stages of me sort of trying to pull it all together to a point where I can pass this on to Tommy. So I started adding a bit of detail to this plateau with the innovation center on it, but I didn't finish it. I didn't feel like it. I knew I wanted to have something like an outdoor exhibition of some sort, so I added the skeletons, amber, but also, of course, because this is such a big overview over the entire park, probably, I mean, you never know if someone will add an even bigger mountain, but somehow I doubt it. So yeah, we needed places to rest, to sit down, to grab a snack, chill out, I don't know. And also the ride up here is a pretty long one, so stretch your legs and so on. And yeah, I just placed a couple of things, and then I just said, okay, so you know what? If you don't feel inspired for this, just leave it be and go on to the monorail stations. And I tried adding the concrete barriers. If you're a regular on my channel, you know that I don't use these anymore outside of staff sections. I tried. I know Legion loves them. He and Cesar use them copiously. I tried. I really tried. I just couldn't bring myself to lining this with these because to me, it's just an aesthetic that speaks construction zone, and I don't like this for a park. The compromise I was ready to make was to add this single concrete barrier there. I'll try next time to put in more. This was already a big step for me to put this one thing down. Yeah. Again, lots of rocks. I put the biosin stuff up here, created this little like an art installation because I saw Cesar using them a lot, you know, and as I said, I tried to use elements that the guys have used before, so it all looks cohesive in the end. You know, if you have these several returning elements, it all blends in much easier together. But at the same time, you don't have to try copying another style, because I think this is not what this is about. So I just tried to work with the small puzzle pieces I got from my predecessors, and is that even the word I'm looking for, and combine them the way I would combine them. Now I'm back to the Albertosaurus area. Well, just, you know, we needed basically the same thing. I think what's important is that you sort of speak a somewhat similar design language here. So, I mean, the motto of the park is unity, and what shape is unity? It's the circle. It is what Cesar and Legion used. So I use them too. I think that unifies it all if we sort of stick to the same shapes. Also, it's in our logo, so why not use the circle? I love circles. Who doesn't love circles? And, you know, that's our stuff. And then at the end, I realized that this space behind the Albertosaurus exhibit that is leading down to the lower area where all the seating sections are that are overlooking the lake and the little Sinosauropteryx exhibit was just a long, narrow strip of path. Nothing happening there. I had trouble justifying that, it just to be a long strip of path. So, like, it was very spur of the moment, one last minute decision to turn it into a small exhibit for some herbivores, which are Struthi and Stygimoloch. And I kind of liked, I know this is probably not fitting for especially Struthi, but I like this overgrown, mossy, very lush, almost swamp-like look that you can create here on the Biosin map, like perfectly. I think this is the perfect map to do these wet lands, moist nature bits. So I decided to have this forest that just opens up to a clearing in front of where this guest path is that I have aligned with the walls, so that the animals would gather there like regularly, because we have feeding and thirst turned on. I put the paleobotany plants solely around the pond there, this little pool of water. And so this way, there's a guarantee that you're going to see the animals there, because they will come here to drink and to eat. And I thought this was, could have done worse. It's fine. The Stygimoloch, in my opinion, fits really well. And I wanted to add another dinosaur, and somehow I didn't feel, although this is kind of strange, I always lean towards bipedal animals when creating these mountainous exhibits. But if you think about it, I think a quadruped would be much more agile there, so it doesn't make sense. But I decided to go with the two-legged animal, and I wanted to do so. I didn't want to, accidentally choose one of the favorites of someone. So I decided on the Struthis because I think they have pretty awesome skins and they are underrated. So I wanted to give them their very small moment of glory. And with that said, I'd say this is it for today. Here's lots of overviews of what I did, and you get to see almost all the rocks I placed and all the trees. I hope you like it. I hope you stay tuned. I hope you go check out the others, and especially JurassicTom, because it's his turn next week, next Saturday. So make sure to check him out. Leave me a comment down below what you think about the mountain. I'm excited to know. And take care. Stay inspired. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Whee!